meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 796. Yeah, I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. And I just wanted to, get personal. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And again, I just wanted to get personal real quick on some, telling my story, telling my life story. Today is January 17th, 2025, and it's my biological father's birthday. I think he's 73 or 70. No, he's 71. Yeah, 71 years old today. And every time I think about it, just think about him, I just I have mixed emotions, if that makes sense. I have anger, I have pain, I have disappointment, the whole nine. And this year, I really just been doing my best to become a better person, own up to my mistakes, become a better man. Because in order to have a better life, you have to do the work. You have to make sure that you change your ways and change resentment that you have upon certain individuals who hurt you. And I don't just do it instantly. Because a lot of times you have to reflect. A lot of times you have to really reminisce about certain things and certain people. And it could take you back to that space where you was angry and tears come out your eyes and all that stuff. But it just makes you human. And also, it makes you human to take accountability in your role in particular falling outs and particular disagreements, and you just become more apologetic, not only to them, but to yourself as well. And I think a lot of us just have a problem with admitting where we fucked up at. And it's cool and it's all right, but it's not okay. If you want to feel better, if you want to just find things to bring you peace, you can't act like the pain doesn't exist. And the more I get older, the more I understand, because he was 35 when I was born. So that's still young. That's still young enough to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I really hated him for majority of my life because I felt as if he didn't care about me. He had no type of acknowledgement of me, and I just wanted some answers to the unanswered questions, basically. And I can say now that it's been 7 years since I seen him. I can say now that I'm ready to reconcile. And like I said, I'm honest. I'm real. I speak my mind. I speak from the heart on my platform because I'm not no perfect person. I know a whole lot of people on social media like to portray that they invincible, that they tough and this and that, but I can admit that I have demons, like everybody else's, but I also have angels that protect me, that guard me, and I just want to be able to make things right before he passes away. Because my stepfather that raised me, he died. And no matter how old I get, I still have these memories that's in my head. I still have these thoughts that's in my head and wish that they can be a part of my reality once again, but they not. They just memories, they're just flashbacks. And that's the thing with grief is that you get so many things that you thought you forgot about, but they was buried in your subconscious, and you can't help but to see certain things and remember certain events and certain conversations and certain things that you wish you could take back, but you can't once they get released. So a lot of times I really be careful what I say to people, and they can think what they want. They can think that they punked me or want an argument, but I'm just trying to avoid guilt as much as possible. Whatever you think or your perception is about me, I can control me. At the end of the day, I can control how I react and how I respond to certain things. And I wasn't mature yet, but I am now. And the life that I want for myself and for my future family, I want to put this behind me. I want the chance and the opportunity to walk up to my father and say, I forgive you. I forgive you for abandoning me. I forgive you for neglecting me. I forgive you for what you said about me because I'm just tired of carrying that weight. I'm tired of whenever someone asks me about you, I have to lie to them and say, oh, he's fine when I ain't seen your face or I haven't heard your voice in 7 years. It's just really just try to understand and try to have empathy towards you. Because life is hard, man. Life is difficult. Life will turn the best person to the worst person. But also, it's just about free will. I just think about how God feels when he see one of us not living up to his true potential or her true potential, and he still love us because he's merciful towards us. He understand that we are in the flesh. He understand that we're going to disappoint him, and I don't want to disappoint God by carrying this grudge and carrying this resentment towards my dad anymore. And I can say that as a grown man now, that if somebody don't do it, then who is going to change? Who's going to be the individual that break the family curse? Because I have to be. But yeah, just, you know, being responsible for me, being responsible for how things play out nowadays. Because, like I said, we only here for a little while. And I just want to be happy. Despite what people see, what things may appear to be, I can honestly say that I was able to become my own man, take care of myself, and just make sure that I never went to jail, never was in front of a judge like society depicts young black males. I could say that, I didn't continue that in continuation of fatherless kids that end up in the system. I didn't do that. But I will say that I didn't try to strive and do more with myself because of the fact that I didn't have a father figure. But now, there's no excuse now. Now I'm old enough, I'm aware enough to make things right and get this off my chest, and so I can move on and so I can go further with my life and be an example. Because now it's just really cool to just, disrespect your elders. And I don't disrespect my elders. I take pride and respect, even though certain people feel like they don't have to earn no one's respect. But I take pride in knowing that I did all I could. If this person don't like me, then I can't make them like me or love me and this and that. I can only continue to be me and keep it pushing. But I just want for people who's going through the exact same thing or have experienced a parent that hurt them and a parent that abandoned them and neglect them and this and that, it wasn't your fault. Sometimes people just ain't ready to carry on their responsibility. So they just continue to do them. But the ones who had kids and been there since day one, y'all the true superheroes. Y'all the true gods. Because I know it's tough, I know it's hard, but you guys tough it out and dug it out. But I just wish that things could have been a lot, a lot different. Because I just sit back and just really just think like, where would I be if he raised me? Would I still be the same or would I have been worse? But I think God knew exactly what he was doing, that he allowed him to step out for a new man to raise me and to father me and to teach me things like good values, work ethic, responsibility, pride, not the bad pride, but the good pride. There's a such thing to have when you're a young man and you coming of age and grown from adolescence to a grown man. It's pride that you take when you trying to go the right route and wake up every day, fix yourself some breakfast or make you a hot cup of coffee and you watching the news before you start your shift, before you go out that door, because chances are you may not make it home. So it's just the little things that count, that makes you happy and make you proud and make you self-sufficient, because no amount of money can provide discipline. Because you see people who have millions of dollars and they lose it because they have no discipline. And I have just learned so much from my stepfather, is that you don't work, you don't eat, never be afraid to be vulnerable, never be afraid to stand up for what you believed in. Like he gave me so much game and dropped me so much jewels for me to just sit back and not live up to my truest potential, not to be a genius, not to be smart, not to be a boss. And I refuse to allow his teachings to go in vain. And my brother, like, we wasn't always cool. We didn't have the best relationship. We was estranged, what I'm saying, before he died. We didn't really have like the brotherly love, but I loved him, regardless of how things played out between us. I still loved my brother, and I will always love my brother because he was my everything. He was my hero. And just to see somebody that you love in the casket changes you. And my friends at the time, they couldn't understand the turmoil I was facing, but it wasn't for them to understand. It was for me to understand and to receive the message and receive the lesson behind it. And it's a lesson in everything. It's a lesson when people do good by you. It's a lesson when people betray you. It's a lesson. And you have the choice to whether be bitter or to become better at that. Because before all this, I didn't have the courage to sit down and talk to people, to be assertive, to stand up for myself. I didn't have the courage like that before. But now I'm fierce. Now I can look a man, I can look a woman in the eye and sell myself and let them know who I am and how brave I am. And again, I just want all of this to be over. Even if I can't get everything that I want to say or that I have to address out, I just want all of us to be together. Because, like I said, there's some things that's going on behind the scenes I don't care to share, but you know what you did, and I forgive you. I forgive the fact that I show you guys love, and even though I didn't get the same love in return, that's fine with me. But I can only take responsibility for me. I can't take responsibility for you. Let's sit down, let's talk. And I have no problem apologizing. I have no problem admitting that I was in my feelings and that I made a mistake. Because I just think that we all are entitled to make mistakes, but out of those mistakes comes redemption. Because we are sinners, regardless of the type of sin that we engage in. We are sinners. We are going to be judged on the same day, depending on what you believe in or not. We are going to be held accountable for our actions by God Himself. So you know better than me and nobody else. But I can admit when I'm wrong, and I can admit that I held so many grudges against certain individuals because I would have never done what they did to me to them. I would have never formulate a team to attack a one man or one woman or anybody. And I can say that because I'm by myself. I don't have no entourage. I don't have no cronies. I don't have no flying monkeys. This is just me. I was born here alone. I'm going to die alone. And that's just it. You know, nobody else is going into that casket but me. It don't get no realer than that. But yeah, like I said, today's my biological father's birthday, and I'm gonna make some calls, find out where he at. Even if I can't go see him today, I'm gonna at least call him and tell him happy birthday. Because at the end of the day, that inner child that needed you the most is all grown up now. He's a grown man now. And I just want peace. I want healing in my heart. I don't want to go to hell for hating you, if that makes sense to anybody else. You know, don't go to hell for hating somebody because what you hate will be resurrected. And who you hate, you're going to become eventually. But yeah, real forgiveness takes time. Forgiveness isn't something that just happened instantly. You got to do the work. You got to take the necessary steps to acknowledge why you hate them, what they did, and the pattern. Because it's a pattern in all of this. Because like I said, I can't hate just anybody at once. I give you so many chances. And the number of chances that I give a person depends on how much I love them and the bond and the relationship that I have with them. So I've just been carrying so much because I really felt like as a son, he wasn't there for me when my big brother passed away. But I feel like he should have really been here for me a lot more. And I was wrong for having that thought because I was entitled. Instead of looking at the fact that it was his son, his firstborn son, and I should have been there for him. So I apologize for being entitled and being selfish in that manner. But again, I'm working on that. I'm working on just making sure that I earn people's hand and I earn people's help. And don't expect me or don't expect help in return after I help them. And that'd be a whole lot of good-hearted people misconception is that when you help somebody, don't expect them to help you back in return because it don't happen like that all the time. So again, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to speak that, get that off my chest, have a real personal, deep episode, and it's all good. We need to talk. We need to have summits nowadays. But again, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. If you want to leave a donation, Cash App, $, the 1804 Show. And I'm out. Have a good day. Peace.